You heard about the shipping container port that's going in at Hastings?
No, I haven't.
I don't know anything about it just yet.
No, I've never heard about it.
No. Nothing at all, no.
To be honest, nothing until we were just approached to have a chat with you guys.
No, I haven't.
No, not a word.
I have not heard about it at all.
I thought it was like they carry on how deep it is, and that's what I've heard.
I know that it's sort of been slated to take place, and I know that that will involve dredging and potentially bad things to happen to the environment.
So the wildlife that's down there is, last season there was 62 sightings of whales that come through that area. There are humpback whales, orcas and southern right whales, and also the largest seal colony and also the largest penguin colony of the fairy penguins. It's the third largest tourist attraction in the whole of Australia, so you can only imagine what kind of damage this would do if there's an oil spill to that area and to those colonies.
For an oil spill in such a small bay to happen, there's a huge amount of coastline. It would be devastating. The seabeds on those islands, the mangroves, the penguin rookery, the seals would be devastated with oil.
The mass amounts of dredging that's going to happen is obviously going to do huge damage to the environment. Bringing in 3,000 ships into one small tiny area is going to be catastrophic to the marine life in that area.
A wetland with the same status as Kakadu, called a deep water port, which it is not. It needs a dredge of 24 million cubic metres, at least. If you can imagine that, that's 30 mcgs for those of you in Victoria.
How does it make you feel to have not heard about that?
I'm surprised it hasn't been in mainstream media. I would have thought it would be something that all Melburnians should know about.
Well, it seems to me it should be something that could be publicised a bit more if they're going to be doing a lot of work there. Yeah, it'd be terrible to have it there.
My gut reaction is that it'll ruin a beach house and a nice place for holidays.
Well, I feel like I've been misinformed.
To have something of such huge effect and not tell people is more shocking than anything else, because that's bigger than I would have assumed it was. If you're going to conceal something, it has to be small. You can't conceal something that's the size of, 30 mcgs. That's just ridiculous.
If it's something very important, I would expect the government would have the responsibility to inform the people.
Industrialising Western Port will only cost Victorians, individuals and families.
This is not what we should be doing to such a special place. It should be preserved forever. And I would prefer to see money spent on something like a world-class marine research development where we can give our kids proper jobs that mean something and that celebrate this area for what it is. It's special.
Because every living thing I look at in my trees, on my ground, underground, in my spring, is going to die a horrible death. It tears me to pieces to think how anybody could stoop to the criminal act of murdering all this wildlife.
When I'm older and I bring my kids down, I won't be able to show them what it actually looks like and what peace and beauty actually looks like when they're actually seeing ugly container ships and oil over the beach.